you're a wrestling fan, then you are in luck. This next segment is right in your ring. See what I did right there, Chris? I know you're here with some WWE and WCW greats ahead of a meet and greet, which is coming up this weekend. You've got quite a group over there with you.
I do. Usually there's not this much beef on the set, but this morning we made an exception. We have Steve, Tonga, and Ray here. Thanks a lot for coming in this morning. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you for having us.
You know, so you guys have been in wrestling so long between you, like probably 150 years worth of wrestling talent right here. You know, Ray, I want to start with you. Bobby Heenan once said you were a cross, half man, half Siamese cat. How important is a persona in wrestling? You known as Glacier once upon a time.
Yeah, it's everything because, you know, in professional wrestling, it's so much performance-based, and your whole idea when you get into wrestling and whatever persona is designed to sell tickets and get people to come to the arena and invest their time, I always say their time, their money, and their attention. And so how do you do that? You have a great persona, and I was one of the first personas with my Glacier look and everything. I had one ice blue eye, so that's why that was always Bobby's go-to line, was always half Siamese.
Yeah, you always had the eyes. That's right. Now Steve or Luther Biggs or Big Sexy, I don't know which one you want to go by. You're actually from this area. How awesome is it, you know, when you come back here and you see the fans?
And now to have the opportunity to come back here, but you know, Michigan's a great place, and I just feel very, very blessed to be here with my friends and have that opportunity. So, you know, it means everything.
And King Tonga, or Haku as some people might know you, you have quite the family lineage. Your son just made a debut last week at WrestleMania here in Detroit. How proud does that make you feel?
Very proud, you know, to have that opportunity in this great country, America. We really appreciate coming from a little island where we had, you know, Kingdom of Tonga. But, you know, also with him, you know, welcome us to Detroit. You know, it's being at home for him and everything. We are glad to be here with you all.
He's showing you the town, is he?
Yes.
All right.
We had a few barbecues last night, and you know.
Well, anyone who has glasses like that, so Ray got to show you around town. Right? That's
yes.
You know, Luther, I want to ask you a little bit about independent wrestling. When people think of wrestling, they often just think of like WWE. But how important is independent wrestling?
Well, it's very important. It's where he and I both got started. Tonga started, I think, in sumo over in Japan. But yes, definitely. I mean, I spent a lot of my career in independent. I would have loved to have been at the top with these guys the whole time. But it's very important, and it's important to support it and watch it grow. And that's where the stars come from, independent wrestling.
And Tonga, when you see fans and they meet you, how does that make you feel to know that your work has made such an impact on them?
Yes, it's great right now, especially looking from outside inside. You know, those days, you know, we are going from town to town. We don't have much time to embrace the fans. But now, as my age and everything, you know, it's very nice to meet them and talk to them, and they tell you more than you ever known about your history in wrestling.
Kind of reminds you of all the things you've done. Now, Ray, if people want to come see you, where do they come and meet you?
Well, tonight we're celebrating the theatrical release, the opening weekend of our film, The Unbreakable Bunch, and we're actually going to be, we've been able to, just been so great for us to be able to partner with Emagine Theaters, and so we'll be at the Canton location tonight for the 7:15 p.m. showing, and so we'll be there a little bit before to sign autographs, and then we'll do a little meet and greet after the film. We'll watch the film with the fans, so we're looking forward to that. We'll be there tonight and tomorrow night.
The Unbreakable Bunch.
And the Cat's going to join us.
Yes, and Ernest the Cat Miller, who is my former tag team partner in WCW, he's flying in right now. He'll be joining us this weekend, and former three-time world karate champion. Actually, for people who remember the Oscar-nominated movie The Wrestler.
The Wrestler, Mickey
Yes,
Rourke.
he played the Ayatollah, which was Mickey Rourke's nemesis, and The Wrestler. So the Cat will be joining us here this evening.
Fashionably late, the Cat.
Of course.
It's going to be a great show. So many stories here. We could talk all day, but